Hello world, it's me, Julian Venables, the London Astrologer, and I'm here today to tell you some ongoing astrological weather with a lot of reflection on the recent solar eclipse that occurred in Cancer last week, and some forthcoming insights into what we can expect or how things are panning out in your world as well. I hope to offer some interesting reflections. So of course, a new moon in Cancer is often about nurturing things, about where one feels safe or secure, where one feels that emotionally it's good to express feelings, that things can be moved forwards when one expresses one's feelings or one's emotions in things. So when one looks for a receptive environment, as we are now in Cancer season, when the sun will be in Cancer for the next 3.5 weeks, then we're looking at this idea of what's happening in the world around us, in nature and such like, and so we see that for instance the plants are growing more. And what they're looking for now, as the summer has started, the summer season, things are much hotter. Plants are actually looking for nurturing through water. They now need to be taken care of in order to survive the heat of summer. So that is the principle of the water sign of Cancer the crab. It happens in the summer. There's other principles as well, but for now, just think about that as a seasonal development, a seasonal growth pattern. The plants have grown in spring, and they've spread out, they created the form that they take, and now their roots need nurturing, so they need regular watering. So it's a case of getting the water and giving them the water, and that's a nurturing action. So there's a certain neediness that's required as the heat increases. So if we look at that in terms of our own lives, then we have this neediness to be nurtured. It is a very human thing. We need, it's like socialization. We need families. We need nurturing because we need to express feeling and emotion. So the new moon in Cancer with the solar eclipse was a triggering or an invitation to go back to family, or to reflect largely one's emotional feelings about one's family. So it's very likely that several events may have occurred within context of your family according to the eclipse cycles, how you relate to, for example, your mother, relate to your father, relate to different members of the family. But it's a lot about going on, an ongoing thing. And I said mother first because, of course, Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's a very strong thing towards the mother, but Cancer is also the fourth sign, so there's also a link to the father. There's a lot about the sense of the family group and feeling together, feeling in one contained space of feeling, like the home life. So as the new moon has happened, we are now experiencing the moon moving away from the sun and growing in light. Every night time you look up and the moon's getting brighter and brighter. It's starting to shape, it's in crescent form now, it's starting to shape and take the shape that we are familiar with it. And in a way, that is the growing of consciousness, in a growing of awareness and emotional reactions and responses to things. Today, the moon has been in Leo for the last 3 days. Now it's in Virgo. Today it's in Virgo. And when the moon is in Virgo, then we look to the ruling planet of the sign that the moon is in for further information about what we might be experiencing. Moon in Virgo, therefore Mercury is the ruler of where the moon is at the moment. And Mercury is retrograde in Cancer. So there's a lot of stuff maybe reviewing and being held back about sympathetic and empathic communications within the family. Is there stuff that really needs to be said with feeling? And is that bubbling up underneath, waiting to be said with feeling? Here's the board. So to try and make it as clear as possible and quickly as possible, Sun is in Cancer at the moment. Mercury retrograde is also in Cancer. Venus has just gone direct after being 40 days, 40 nights in retrograde, and Venus is in Gemini. So what I'm trying to talk to you about today is how we look to the movements of the moon to reflect on our own thought stream, on our own mind consciousness and what's coming up for us. Moon in Virgo at the moment, it's almost like saying it's the analysis or the picking apart or the logical reconstruct, if you like, or the logical thinking patterns behind what might be needed, the moon, in order to have better communications after retrograde to do with emotions. That's actually where we're at right now. Okay, so Moon in Virgo is going to stay in Virgo until it goes into Libra on Saturday, the 27th of June. 8:30 p.m. the Moon would have moved into Libra by then. It moves in just before 8:30. So the Moon in Libra, Saturday, 27th. Then the Moon enters Venus's sign of Libra. So then we can look to this Venus that's just gone direct in Gemini. And that is when our feelings and emotions will really start to be tuned in to the Venus in Gemini effect, which is about keeping things light and open, keeping conversation witty, social, keeping in the loop with friends and connections, making networks, and of course issues to do with love and relationships will start to surface after 8:30 p.m. on Saturday 27th. So if you've been in a relationship and you've been questing and wondering what's going on with it, what's the direction of my relationship, particularly over the last, say, 3 months, well, Saturday after 8:30 p.m. is actually a great time to have a date. Think about that, folks, or at least to connect with a loved one, to find out more, because once the Moon's in Libra, this Venus, which is stationed direct and held its place in Gemini for a little while, is really powerful at the moment. Moving through, people will actually start to communicate their feelings a lot better and a lot more from Saturday the 27th of June. Okay, so that is a very good time to talk about relationships. Right, so there you go. That's a quick video, and of course I'm going to make another video because guess what? Mars is moving into Aries. My God, that's going to be huge. Mars moving into Aries in 2 days' time. It's squaring the nose today, actually, but that's going to be another video. So I will see you for a Mars in Aries video that's coming up very soon. For now, I'm just going to leave you with these thoughts. Think about, be very conscious and aware of your family and what you are nurtured by, your feelings, where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe, and where you feel secure. It's a time of protection, yeah, quite literally. Sun in Cancer is protecting, and look what's happened. You see, everyone. The government says, in England anyway, the government goes, oh yes, okay, so we ease the lockdown, right? And everybody goes immediately to the beach. Sun's in Cancer. What's Cancer? Tidal waters. It's the beach. Yeah, crabs live on the beach, and everyone flocks to the beach, right? And no one's taking protection. So the headlines: no one's taking protection. No one's, who are we looking after here? We can't look after anybody. Mercury retrograde in Cancer. The app didn't work. The tracking and tracing app didn't work. We're not being retrograde Mercury. We're not being able to communicate with the masses the way we would like to. Maybe we've given them the wrong instructions. And this is all about keeping it light and friendly and open. So of course the beach is jam-packed full of people trying to have fun. Okay, so all this is reflective on the moment. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that's clear enough for you for now. And please do subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoy these videos. The subscribe button is somewhere around about here, I believe. Below the screen there's a red button. There's a thumbs up here, somewhere around about here. Please do give me a thumbs up, and also you're very welcome to leave a comment. I hope you enjoy these videos. I really certainly enjoy making them. I had to have a couple of days off just to really take in that very emotional, feeling intuitive kind of Cancerian thing. It was in my 12th house of my chart, and but I'm back, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you about Mars in Aries, which will be coming up soon. So go well in all the things that you do. Peace and love and goodwill to all, and see you next time. Bye for now.